All right, this is going to be part 2 of my latest 67 score, this white one, which is actually a Zenith blue is the original color on it. You can see the wheel wells, how nice they are. Almost guaranteed it's a California car because there was not much insulation on there or soundproofing or anything. All right, so we've got this in the shop, and what we're going to do is we got to change motor mounts and put a motor in it. That's a trip because you can see somebody's put these spacers to try and raise the tranny up like 3/4 of an inch. I heard that's how people used to lower it. I've seen it on a couple of drag cars that they raise the back end, but I don't know. We're going to pull this apart, and I can see the Z-bars have been hacked off, so we're going to replace those as well. I've got the pieces I need. The other ones are just cut off right here to make it easy for them to get the tranny out. And we're going to change the release bearing with a new one since I have it laying around. And we're going to go ahead and get that motor installed. So right now, like I said, we got it in the shop. Got to keep an eye on the little puppy so she doesn't crawl all over me when I'm underneath there. But here we have it. Okay, this fender was primered, and I just started with a little acetone and some wet sandpaper. Took most of the primer off. I'm going to get the rest of it off this afternoon. And then we're going to have all 4 fenders are going to match. All right, that's it for right now. I'm going to get this up on jacks. First, I'm going to pop the hubcaps off, get it up on jack stands, and pull the wheels off and climb under there and get a really good look on what's going on. I know one of the pan halves need to be replaced, and there's some issues underneath the tunnel, which we're going to be able to get into there and fix as well. So right now, I just want to get a motor in it, check out the trans, because I heard it was supposed to be a built trans. Who knows? I'm going to take it around the block a few times. Then I want to come and pull the body off of the pan, so that'll be in future episodes as well. All right, we will be back. All right, here's the look from underneath. The trans has been painted black, and all the ribs have been scraped. So I'm thinking this might be something. Rear mount looks good, and like I said, these mounts all have to be changed. But I'm looking at all the wiring, everything's intact underneath here. The brakes are nice and tight. Handbrake handle's busted, so I gotta fix that. But I'm gonna do all that while I'm under here. All right, first things first is I'm gonna pull these axle boots off and get these changed out, and then we'll get to the mounts. Okay, so we're under here working on this. Like I said, we're gonna be changing the mounts and axle boots. And I've got this little shop inspector here that has to be on top of me all the time. So I don't know, what are you gonna do? You're gonna hand me the wrenches? Is that what you're gonna do? Huh? All right, let's pull these boots off. This is what they did with the Z-bar. They just cut that off. But fortunately at the swap meet, I was able to get a couple of these. So I could use all those bushings and everything, and we'll get good and get this mounted back where it belongs. And here's the motor I'm gonna be putting on it. I'm not sure what it is. It's a mystery motor I bought off a buddy of mine, but it has this bug spray on it, which I just gotta work out the linkage. I remember when I ran this before, the linkage was just always messed up. But this motor came out of a Baja. We fired it up. It sounded great. So now it's all painted, ready to go into the new 67 project. Okay, as always, I got a lot accomplished, and I forgot to grab the camera. Anyway, so we've got axle boots in. We've changed the cradle mounts. And I want you to see, remember I was telling you that this has been raised up, but look at this bar that has been welded onto the cradle, and then these isolators went on either end, and then your mount went into place to raise the tranny up, which actually would lower the car a bit. And when that was done, let somebody put some work into it. It's all right, we've got that changed out. I was just getting ready to put the motor in, and I was throwing some grease on the main shaft, and I remembered, oh, I forgot to put the clutch in. So I just scoured up the bolts, and I got a brand new clutch on the shelf there. We're gonna go ahead and put that in so we can put the motor in. All right, motor's installed, everything's bolted in. I just put a starter in it. And now we're gonna lower this down and see exactly how low this sits. So far, it looks like it sits, oh, duh, helps if you put wheels on it. All right. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Motor's in, motor mounts are changed, axle boots, everything gonna be ready to roll. All I gotta do is hit up the wires. This time I remembered to put the wheels on. I can't hook up the fuel line because I do not have a fuel filter. And I know that tank's gonna be pretty grubby, so that'll be something for tomorrow. But I could fire it up using a gas can if I so decide to try that today. Anyway, so we are gonna drop this down on the ground now. All right, let's try it again. Wheels are on it, motor's in it. Ready to put it down onto the ground and roll it around. All right. All right, I've wheeled it out of the shop so I can clean up and kind of get a look at how the stance is going to be with the motor in it. I'm going to wheel it back in now and get all the electrical buttoned up. All right, we're going to try this one more for the people at home. Everything's hooked up. You can see we got a gas leak, so I don't think this carburetor is going to work. All right, as you can see, it fires. All right, we're going to give this one more try before I put everything away for the night. Got a little bit more gas in it. I'm trying to hit the camera and the switch at the same time, so let's see. Cool. All right, now I'm just going to get this gas tank hooked up, get a throttle cable in it, and we're ready to go around the block.